All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah tribes, Yasharala, giving of course all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHIAK, Momalak, YAHAWAHSHA. That's all praises, honor, and glorification unto the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, YAHAWAHSHA. That's your brother Yasharala, and I'm gonna put the link in for Tazaiyar, Gabar. Right. So all praises to the Most High. We're back at it with another video. With the spirit and power, Yahweh BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHA. Lord willing, it goes smoothly, right? Because we want to get out this edification for the nation of Israel, right? This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3 and verse 1. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you. So we want to have the word to have free course. For all the brothers that teach, all the brothers that put forth these videos and may go out into the highways and byways, prophesy and teach and give out edification through the spirit and power, Yahweh BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHA. We want that to have free course, because we know that Satan, he's going to try to take away the word, like it says in the book of Mark chapter 4, right? Let's go to the book of Mark chapter 4 and verse 15. And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their heart. So that's Satan's job right there, to take away the word from Israel, right? And to keep man from the tree of life. Let's go back to the book of Genesis, right? Chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, so he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden of Eden cherubims, right? And a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So these cherubims are not literal cherubims, and this flaming sword is not a literal flaming sword. It's metaphorical for Satan, right? It's metaphorical for Satan, right? So that's Satan's job. He's just doing his job, right? But if Satan just did his, if Satan just blocked off every live stream, he blocked off every video, every time we went out and teach, he shut it down, right? We could never teach Israel, So we want to get out this edification. Shalom. So yeah, that's Satan's job right there, to take away the word. You know what I'm saying? That's his job right there, to take away the word from the Most High, to keep man from the tree of life. Because that tree of life gives you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Let's get that on Sirach 19:19 real quick. Sirach chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the Lord, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. See, that's the tree of life right there, the tree of immortality. So we got to be keeping these commandments, right? And that's our way to get into the tree of life, right? Because Satan, in the end, he's gonna lose, and it's not like Satan is on the opposite side, right? Satan, he works for the Most High, right? Satan, he works for the Most High. He's under full authority of the Most High. Contrary to Christianity, contrary to what people believe, people actually believe that Satan. They sometimes they don't even call him Satan. Sometimes they call him Lucifer, right? So they think that Lucifer, which is really just in reference to the king of Babylon, right, is fighting against the supreme God, the Most High, right? That's not in the scriptures, man, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach chapter 18. And I bet the brother's pulling up precepts right now, right? Sirach chapter 18, where I'm going to get Sirach 18 and verse 3. Who governed the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. All things obey his will. You Christians, you love the word all, right? All nations, right? All kindreds, all tongues, right? In this case, it's actually talking about all, right? Because the Most High literally has all dominion over everything. Everything obeys his will. It's lucky, right? It says, for he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane, right? So, Khan, you got it. It's lucky.
Right. This is Job chapter 2. Did you already read this?
You got it.
Right. I'm gonna start at verse 1, right? Job 2 and 1.
Uh,
Again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord, man. So hey, Satan, he literally has to present himself to the Lord, man. Right, I'm gonna read on, verse 2. And the Lord said unto Satan,
mhm.
from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it, man. So hey, Satan has to do these things to the Lord, man, because he's the Lord, man. They're not just up there in the damn heavens fighting against each other, man. They're literally everything is subject to the Most High, man. And we can't do anything about it, right? Satan himself can. Hold on, give me one second.
Khan, yeah, that's right. He's the most high,
Right, so
But Khan, you got it. Khan.
right? It's not like what the brother's going into. It's not a war between Most High and Satan, man. Literally, everything is under the Most High's feet, man. At the end of the day, you know.
Exactly.
Come on,
Khan.
right? I'm gonna read
Everything.
on.
Oh, Salaki. Khan, you got it.
Come on, verse 3. Right, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast in integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause, man. So hey, Most High, he's telling Satan to get on Job, man. Try my servant Job, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so he's finna do that. Right? Satan literally does it if you read the book of Job. He tries him with everything he has, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God.
Khan. And it says also, right, that what? If we keep going, it says Job chapter. I'm gonna just read the count in chapter 1. Or actually, let me just read, in chapter 2, Job chapter 2 and verse 5. Right? It says, but put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So Satan was basically saying, if you put your, if you touch if you touch Job, meaning that what? If you afflict him, right? If you put him in the furnace, right? Put him on trial. Satan said, hey, he will curse you to your face, right? But let's see, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. And did Job ever, Slacky, did Satan ever kill Job throughout his whole time that he was tempted? No. Why? Because Satan listens to the Most High. He works for the Most High. Things like, all right. So I'm gonna take away his cattle. I'm gonna take away his kids, right? I'm gonna take away his house. I'm gonna get his friends over here to afflict him, right? I'm gonna do this, but Satan, hey, he can't kill him, right? He can't kill him. Why? Because he's under the authority of the Most High. He has to listen to the Most High, right? Khan. And the Lord said, and it also says, what? Behold, he is in thine hand. If Satan and the Lord were fighting, Satan would have been like, hey, I'm taking Job, right? And then the Lord would be like, hey, no, don't take Job. Right? What are you doing? Why are you taking Job? And the thing's like, hey, let's move out. Hey, no, that's not going on in the heavens, man. It's order there, right? Khan, you got it. If you had precept.
I'm looking for mine right now in Psalms.
Okay, Khan, let me just get this in the book of First Corinthians, because that's confusion right there. How can the Most High be the Almighty if 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 he has another power opposing him, right? And someone's actually worthy to fight against the Most High, right? This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 14, and verse 33. But for God is not the author of confusion, so the Most High is not the author of confusion, man. That's confusion right there. That's Greek. That's Greek philosophy right there. In Greek mythology and philosophy, they say that damn Zeus, Zeus and these I forgot what they call them, right? Titans. They have they're like the gods of the earth, right? Like the gods of the earth. But then there's lesser gods, like demigods, that actually can fight against the damn titans and whatnot. So all that is folly and madness. You can't find that in the scriptures, right? Because remember, you have to understand the Most High is supreme, not the clothing line, right? Not the clothing line, but he's supreme, man. He's the real supreme. You know what I'm saying? Jacob like supreme. Yeah, I remember I got some supreme draws, right? Not talking about supreme draws, right? I'm talking about the Most High. It says, "Let your women keep silence in the churches." That's lucky. That's on the verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Right? I'm gonna skip down to verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. So the Most High, He's a God of order, man. Right? He's a God of order. You got the Most High right here. You got Yahawah, and then you got the angels. And you have bad and good angels. And Satan is one of the chief angels on the left-hand side, right? Satan is one of the chief angels on the left-hand side. Satan does all the dirty work of the Most High. You know?
Can't find no place. I'm gonna just get one in Isaiah chapter 45. We gotta remember who created literally everything on this damn earth, man.
All right.
Right. Let's get the class. All right, Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 17. Well, Salaki, I'm gonna start at 15. No, Salaki, it's 6, 7, right? Salaki. Right. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. Right. I, the Lord, do all these things, man. So he literally created Satan, man. He literally created everything, good and evil, peace and safety, any of those things you could think of, he created, man. That Satan could do on this earth, the Most High commanded him to do.
Mm-hmm.
He commanded Satan to literally test Job, as we read, right? He commanded Satan to go contrary to the law, right? He commanded Satan to try his servants, man. That's what he commanded Satan to do. He created him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's right.
You got it. I'm gonna get another precept.
I got this precept in 2 Corinthians, right? Because Satan, he's a power, right? Because let me just go to this precept real quick in Colossians. Colossians 1:15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. This is talking about Yahawah, right? For by him were all things created. So all things, again, Satan as well, right? Yahawah, through the power of the Most High, right, created Satan, right? For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, right? Powers, gods. All things were created by him and for him, right? So let me get this in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse... let me just start at verse 1, right? 2 Corinthians 4:1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of God deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Right. So if our gospel be hid, we preaching the word to Jacob, preaching the word at Northern Kingdom, right? And they're like this, kind of like this, looking around, like, brother, you listening? Right? So what can you not do on the Sabbath? Shoot, I don't know. Been there for damn 15 minutes, right? Been talking to them. So if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, right? Verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. So the God of this world. Who's the God of this world? Let's talk about Satan, So we of course we know that the Most High, he governs the world, right? In the palm of his hand. That's what it says in the book of Sirach, chapter 18. But the thing is, right, the Most High, he uses Satan to blind the minds of people, right? He uses Satan to kill. He uses Satan and his minions to do his so-called dirty work, And let me get this in a different translation real quick, so you know that it's talking about Satan, right? Slocky, let me just get this. All right. Con, you can bring out your precept though.
My precept for the Akim just said. Right, James chapter 3 in verse right. I'm gonna start at verse right 14. Right, but if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish, man. Right, so the knowledge of this world is literally the Satan's knowledge, man, or Satan's power on the earth, man. Right, going contrary to what the Most High said. That's his job, and that's his ownership in the earth, man. Right, verse 16. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every work evil. But the wisdom that is from above is pure, is first pure, then peaceful, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy, man. Right. So what's the knowledge of this world? Damn witchcraft, man. Right. Damn any of those things that's contrary to the Most High's word. That's what the brother's going into. Right, saying he got this damn world in the trick bag, man. You know, I got this world in the trick bag, so therefore everybody knows his wisdom. If you get what I'm saying, you know?
That's right. That's right. And this is in the NLT, right? 2 Corinthians 4:4, right? In the NLT says Satan, who is the God of this world, see that, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. And he does that through the power of the Most High. That's what we're breaking down right now, right? He does that through the power of the Most High and the authority and commandment of the Most High, right? Because let's get this in the book of Isaiah. You bring out Isaiah 6?
Well,
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 6. Ecclesiastes. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. That's talking about who? Israel, right? The nation of Israel. You know, a lot of Israelites, man. You know, they hear the truth. Oh, what you saying? You're saying that the blacks are Israelites, right? Yeah, sure, right? And they hear what you're saying, right? They understand what you're saying. You're speaking English to them, right? They have ears. Ears work perfectly, right? They see you with the fringes. They see you with the Bibles, man. They see you with the damn mitri, right? The necklaces, you know. They see the sisters with the head wraps and the fringes, right? They see all of that, but they don't get what it means, right? They're not getting it. They're not understanding fully what it means, man. You know, they see us and they'll be like, man, y'all crazy, bro, right? Go over there with that, you know. I don't want to hear that because you don't fully understand what it means, right? Verse 10, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. And that's the Lord doing that, man. You know, our family, you know, friends that may not believe in this truth, they don't get it. That's the Most High doing that through Satan, you know. That's right.
oh, hey, brother said through Satan, right? Because we still got to understand the Most High. He literally has power over Satan, man. But he's going to do what he wants, and he's going to go contrary to what the Most High wants. And that's just how things go, man. We can't do nothing about it. He set us up, but he knows that the Most High ultimately knows that we can defeat him. You know, if you get on the spiritual level, right? Because here's a precept, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and I'm gonna read verse 7. Right, for the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things has knowledge of the voice, man. Right, so the Most High, he literally created Satan to do what he does, man. Sure. Right. I'm gonna jump to verse. Right. I'm gonna jump to verse 14. Right. For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were helpful, and there is no poison of destruction in them. Right. Nor the kingdom of death upon the earth, for righteousness is immortal. But ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. For when they thought that to have it their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it, because they are worthy to take part with it, man. Now, ultimately, that's talking about Esau, but that's also talking about the wicked of our people, man. They're going to make a covenant with the world and the society that they're just going to go off, you know? Or I could keep going, but, you know.
Gone,
You got it though.
gone, gone. And let me get this in the classic, right? It's the book of First Corinthians. I mean, Slakia, First Kings. This is First Kings chapter 22 and verse 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne." Right? So the prophet, he saw the Lord sitting on his throne, right? And all the hosts of heaven standing by him. The hosts of heaven, because remember, the host means army, right? That's what that means. Host means army. So the army of heaven is going into the angels, man, right? Because you got to understand the angels aren't just some pedophile. I mean, not pedophile, but some flying babies.
Gerber baby.
Gone, right? Damn cupids. Those aren't the angels of the Most High, right? So get that picture out of your head, right? It says, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him. So it's like you. If it's flying babies that's naked with the damn arrows, right? If that's the that's the Most High's army, for real, that's the Most High's army. Little flying babies. All right. But it says, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on the right hand and on his left. So the Most High, he had angels on his right hand and on his left hand, right? What does that mean, right hand and left hand? Remember, the right hand is where Yahweh Shah abides. So the right hand will be the righteous angels, and the left hand side will be what? The wicked angels, right? The evil angels. Well, not necessarily that they're wicked because they don't keep the commandments. We already know that. Let's go to the book of Psalms real quick. You know what precept I'm talking about?
Sloan. That's the one I look for.
Psalm. Oh, yeah. I believe it's Psalms 103. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Psalms 103 verse 20, right? The water Yahweh. It says, bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength. Okay, so first of all, if it's some damn Gerber babies, how they excel in strength, right? What are they going to do? Kind of just cry in your ear, right? If that's the actual angels of the Most High. But it says that they excel in strength, man. That they do his commandments, right? So the angels, they do the commandments of the Lord, hearkening unto the voice of his word, right? Meaning that everything that the Most High says, they listen. The Most High says, hey, I want you to go and kill this man, right? And guess what? The angel's going to go and kill the man, right? Look on. So the right hand and the left is going into what? Righteous angels, right? That do the righteous will of the Most High, and the evil angels on the left hand side that do the wicked stuff, right, on the earth. Maybe like tempting you, you know what I'm saying? Making you eat pork, right? Blinding your eyes so you can't see the truth. What else? Like death angels, right? So etc. Verse 20. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. So the Lord said, who's going to persuade Ahab? Meaning, who's going to entice him? Who's going to deceive him? Right? And the angels, they're having counsel. Like we read in the book of Job, right? Or the brother read, Job chapter 2. They were having counsel. One said on that matter, one said on that matter. Right? Verse 21. And there came forth a spirit. Remember, a spirit is an angel, right? In this context. And stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. So the angel said, hey, I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to persuade it, right? Verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? Meaning how? How are you going to do it? Right? Of course, the Lord knows this, but this is written for our learning, right? Romans 15:4, whatsoever aforetime was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? It's like what it says. And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. You see that? So the lying spirit say, I'll be a lying spirit, right? I'll do that. I'll go into his prophets and they'll lie. Now, if the Lord, because lying is a sin, right? Lying is a sin. So if the spirit say, I'm gonna be a lion spirit, and if the Most High fights against Satan and his minions, then why is the Most High saying, go forth and do so? Why is he not like, get out of here? Why are you talking about lying? Right? You know that's against my commandments. He strikes down the angel. Right? Go back down to hell. Right? Why? How come that didn't happen? Why? Because these angels, whether they're good or bad, they work. They all work for the Most High. Right? Come on, you got it. So,
All right. Precept. All right. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 20. Right? Where's the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the disputer of this world? Has not Most High made foolish made foolish the wisdom of this world, man? You know, say the Most High, He literally made Satan the foolish of the world, but wisdom is going to flourish through it, man. His wisdom. That's why I said in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1:14, that hey, this wisdom in the righteousness is immortal, man. This will never die. All right. I'm gonna jump to verse 27. All right, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Now, what are the things that are weak in the world that we know today, man? Everybody looks at us as like damn crazy people, but we're not gonna be nowhere in life, man. Right? We're just looking into the book that's written 1,000 years ago for no damn reason, man. You know, that's the weak things of this world. Right? But what would it say? To confound the things which are mighty. Right? Now, the things that are mighty in this world, Catholicism, right? Christianity, right? All these Islam, man. You know, that's the so-called mighty things of this world. You know, and the Most High, He's going to use us to confound them, man. You know, ultimately, right?
yeah,
You got it.
kind of it's like your so-called theologians, so-called, right?
Hell,
Studying the Bible for 30 years, gets confounded by Hassad.
right.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, God, right. Another precept, right, for the right man. This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 12, right? But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of the Most High, right? From henceforth expecting till his enemies be made his footstool. You know, so hey, the Yahweh he sits at the right hand of the Most High, man. That was in Psalms, right throughout the whole Bible. He sat at the right hand, man. You know, come
Right.
on,
Khan. All praises, right? And so, Khan, and let's go to the book of Amos real quick. This is a classic, because yes, the Lord does evil, right? He does evil by using the evil angels, and He does the righteous work by using the righteous angels, right? It makes perfect sense, all right? Remember, the Lord, He's a Lord of balance. Let's get that real quick. The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord. So if the Lord only had good angels, that's it, right? The Lord only has good angels, that's it. That would be a false balance, But it says a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. So he has, the so-called good angels and the so-called bad angels, right? That all work for Him, that all do His will. Let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right? Meaning that what? That's a rhetorical question. The Lord does all evil, right? The Lord does all evil through who? The evil angels. Because you're not going to see the Most High get off His throne, come down to earth, kind of kill somebody, right? Or kind of make somebody run over a person that's walking across the street. You're not going to see the Lord do that. The Lord's not going to come down, kind of put His fist down onto the earth, kind of punch the earth like that. That's not how the Lord deals. He uses His angels to do His will. All right. Not saying that He needs to do that, but that's how the Most High set it up. Right. That's how the Most High set it up. Because remember, He's a king, man. Kings, they don't get off their throne. Right. Kings, they don't get off their throne and kind of, hey, I want you to go assassinate this person, right? The king doesn't get off his throne, kind of get into the chariot, right? Go 500 miles this way, kill this king, come back. The kings, they don't do that. You got it.
Come on. Right. So I'm trying to get this precept I'm thinking of.
I can get another precept while you get that one. Come. Let's go to the book of we can get, man, there's a lot. There's a lot of precepts. We can get let me just get this real quick. This is a book of Mark, chapter 1, right? Mark chapter 1 and verse 23. And there was in the synagogue a man with an unclean spirit. What's an unclean spirit? I did a video on this actually through the spirit a few months ago. But this unclean spirit is going into what? A demon. Right? It's a demon. Because demons and devils, they're also known as unclean spirits in the scriptures. Right? Unclean spirits. Right? But it says a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, saying, "Let us alone. Meaning, leave us alone, Yahushua." Right? What have we to do with thee, thou Yahushua Nazareth? Right? Like, why are you here? Right? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. So the devils, the demons, they knew who Yahushua was because they know him from the damn spiritual realm. The devils, the demons, the angels, they realize that the Yahushua is over them, right? And that Yahushua has full power over them, being the chief angel on the right-hand side, right? Remember, because Yahushua, he sits at the right hand of the Most High, Colossians 3:1, right? It says, verse 25, and Yahushua rebuked him, saying, "Hold thy peace and come out of him." And when the unclean spirit had torn him and cried with a loud voice, he came out of him, right? It says, and it's like, let me just get this precept, verse 27, and they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, "What thing is this? What new doctrine is this? For with authority commanded he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him." See that? So Yahushua, he has full authority, which was given him from the Father to have full authority over these damn devils. When did the damn demon ever in the scriptures? Because I could be wrong, right? But when did a demon kind of fight against Yahushua, right? Yahushua, he was saying, "Hey, get out of him," right? Come out of him, unclean spirit. Unclean spirit's kind of like, right? Yahushua was like, damn anime, right? And then the damn demons kind of like, kind of, throwing him jabs, right? Kind of uppercutting him, Yahushua was like, what I'm saying? If y'all watch anime, then you know what I'm saying. But that wasn't going on, all right? Yahushua has full authority over you. You got it.
Come on. I'm gonna get the classic. Well, it's a classic to some of us, right? Job chapter 4. And I'm gonna read verse. Right? Job chapter 4, verse 12. Now a thing was secretly brought to me, and mine ear received a little thereof. And thoughts from the visions of sleep of the night, when sleep falleth on men. Fear come upon me and trembling, which made all my bones to shake. Then a spirit passed before my face, the hair of my flesh stood up. It stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. An image was before mine eyes. There was silence, and I heard a voice saying, right? So, hey, this is an angel right here, right? That the Most High sent. And I'm going to read on. Right, verse 17. Shall mortal man be more just than the Most High? Shall a man be more pure than his maker? Right? Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly, man. Right? So, hey, he charged it. Hey, the Most High is cold, man. He literally sent an angel to tell brother that he charges the angel with folly, man. Literally, man. That's hey, man. You don't get no better than that, right? Verse 19. how much less on them that dwell in the houses of clay, whose foundation is the dust which are crushed before the mouth, man. In that foundation of clay is going into the foundation of this world, right? The core belief systems and the ideology of this world are foundations of clay, man. Because what it's saying Wisdom of Solomon 8, this truth is the foundation of righteousness, man. And that's also in Sirach chapter 1. Let me get that real fast. Right? Because you're not going to survive on a spiritual and a physical level if you're not on the most high side, or ultimately on the righteous side, man. Right? Let me get Sirach chapter 1. Right?
Bring it out.
Come on. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 5. Right? The word of the most high is a fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom has the root of wisdom been revealed, or who has known her wise counsels, man? Right. So this is the root of wisdom, how we keep these commandments, man. It's the root of the things that are good in this world. It's the root of the things that are going to stay when destruction comes, man. Right? Ultimately, come on. You got it though. I have one more precept.
Bring it out.
You got it. Right. I believe it was Isaiah. It's Salaki. I lost it. I closed the page. But you got it though. Right here, Isaiah chapter 10, right? In verse 17. Right. And the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his holy one for a flame. And it shall burn and devour his thorns and briars in one day, man. So hey, that's Yahweh Shai, man. The Holy One of Israel, like the brothers are going into. He's going to literally destroy this place in one day, man. Right? Verse 18. And shall consume the glory of his forest and his fruitful field, both soul and body. Now, what's that going into? The forest, that's going into the nations, right? The nations, the scrambled nations, man. And right, it said the fruitful field, that's going into the fruits of the wicked seeds. Let me just get Matthew chapter 13 real fast. Right, because the fruit of this world is just, if it's not righteousness, it's a briar, it's a thorn in the world, man. If you got ears to hear. Right, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 34, I believe. All right. Right, Salaki 37. He answered and said to them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. So that's a terror if you're one of those people that get caught out there in this fire, man. In the fire that the Yahweh Shai brings on this earth, man. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah, right? Because what it said, right? Verse, and it shall consume the glory of his forest and his fruitful field, both soul and body, and they shall be as when a stranded bear fainteth, man. So you're gonna be stranded out there, man. If you a terror of the road, man. Come, you got it though. Salaki.
Yeah, that's right. And let's go to Revelation 12 and verse 9 real quick, right? And it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with it. All right. And Salaki, I want to read verse 7 as well. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. Salaki, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So hold up now. Christianity, all right, Christianity alert. Because Christians will read that, so-called Christians. They'll read that and they'll be like, well, it says right here that there was a war in heaven, right? And Satan was kind of fighting against, Michael, boom, boom, right? Kind of uppercutting him, right? They were having a war. They were having swords. You know what I'm saying? One of the angels kind of said, go on without me, right? And then, they were kind of getting tortured, whatever. Satan, he was kicked out of heaven, right? Because he turned bad. He kind of wanted to overthrow the Most High, stuff like that, right? No, that's not in the scriptures. What is this war in heaven? Let's break that down real quick, right? So the war in heaven is going into what? Michael and his angels, and of course Yahweh Shah is going to be there as well, fighting against these nations, right? And the Satan, it's like and the dragon and his angels is going into who? Esau, right? That's going into Esau, right? Verse 9 it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. That's talking about Esau right there, right? Edom. Let's get this in the book of Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's going into Yahushua. And the thousands of heaven is going into what? The chariots that he's coming with. Right? If you want to get that in Revelation 1 and 7.
Come. Right. Book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Right. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Mm-hmm. And they which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall well because of him, even so, amen.
See that? So the Lord is coming with the clouds of heaven, man, right? And that clouds of heaven is going into the chariots, right? Let's get that real quick. We used to always go into the chariots. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of the chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. All right, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So the Lord, he makes the clouds his chariot. That's going into the chariots. All right, so the Lord, he's going to come back with his chariots to do what, though? Of course, to redeem his people when we read the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. But also to do what? With the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. I'm going to get down to verse 8, right? I'm going to skip down to verse 7, actually. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. So the Lord, he's going to come on a damn fathership, for lack of better terms, right? Verse 8, and after I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So there's literally going to be a war in the sky, man. There's going to be a war in the sky. Why do you think Trump initiated a damn space force? Because he knows he wants to fight against these chariots. He knows that the chariots are flying up in the sky. When you read, I believe in 2019 or 2020, UFO sightings have gone up over 200%. Even the U.S. Army has acknowledged that, yes, there are unidentified flying objects in the sky. It's no conspiracy theory. This is a fact, right? So what are those? Those are the chariots, right, of the Most High. They're coming to wage war against these nations, namely against this nation Babylon, right? That dragon, right? Esau. He's a dragon because the dragon is red, right? And he's a serpent as well. Esau's a serpent. He has the same spirit as the serpent in the garden, Genesis chapter 3. You know, you had a precept?
Come.
Got it.
All right. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 22. Right? But ye are come unto Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, into innumerable companies of angels. Right? So exactly what the brother's going into. He's coming back with innumerable angels, man. Right? Verse 23. To the general assembly in the church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and the Most High, the judge of all, and the spirits of just men were made perfect, man. Right? Verse 24. And to Yahushua, the mediator of the new covenant, and the blood sprinkling that speaketh better things than of Abel, see that ye refuse not of him that speaketh, for if they escape not, who refused him that spake on earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven, right? Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he promised, saying, yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also the earth, the host of heaven, right? The second time that the Lord's coming back, it's gonna be crazy, man. He's gonna shake the damn heavens, man. Right, verse 27. But this word yet once more significant, signify the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain, man. So when he comes back, the things that are, damn wicked and tears of this world, they're gonna be shaken, man. They're gonna be rooted out the damn earth, man. Right, verse 28. Wherefore we receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, Let us have grace whereby we may serve the Most High acceptably with reverence and godly fear, for our God is a consuming fire, man. BAHASHAM, man.
BAHASHAM Mashiach Yahushua.
You know that consuming fire is going, hey, all the wickedness is going to be gone, man. That's why it says our kingdom will not be shaken, because wickedness is literally going to be out the earth. Because that's the only thing that can be shaken. You got ears to hear. Right? Precept also, another precept. Right? This is a Psalm chapter 92 in verse this whole chapter. I'm gonna just read verse I'm gonna read Psalms 94 and 8. All right. Understand ye, brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planteth the ears, shall he not hear? He that formed the eyes, shall he not see? He that chastises the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teaches man knowledge, shall not he know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of men, that they are vain. Blessed is the man whom thou chastisest, O Lord, and teaches him thy law. So like, I'm gonna just get 92 for the point I want. Right, Psalm chapter 92 and verse 12. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree; he shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God, man. So, hey, you got to be planted in this thing, man. You have to literally be a seed of righteousness in this thing, man. Because if you're not, you're going to be blown away when Yahushua comes back if you got ears to hear, right? In verse 14, they shall bring forth fruit in an old age. They shall be fat and flourishing, to show that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no righteousness in him, man. And if you got ears to hear, you see how this thing, the Most High, how good of a storyteller he is, man. Because that wind and that consuming fire is gonna blow away literally everything that can't be held down, man. But it says the Lord is our rock, so therefore we be held down when destruction comes, man. Therefore we won't be rooted out, man. You know, come on, you got it.
That's right. Con. That's right. Con. I got a precept about heaven, right? It's Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. What is that talking about? My sword shall be bathed in heaven. Meaning that the Lord is actually going to send destruction into the heavens, right? So he's gonna kill his angels. That's what the Lord is saying, right? In the heavens, he's going to kill the angels, or he's going to kind of tear up the sky, kind of break the firmament. Now the waters are falling down on the earth like the Simpsons. You seen that?
Come,
That's not what's going on, right? It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven." Let's just keep reading. Behold, it shall come down upon where? Idumea. Idumea is the Greek version of saying Edom, right? So Edom is a whole nation of Esau, the Edomites, right? So-called white people. And when I say that, the whole live stream is going to start bucking up, right? Seriously. And it says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So these Edomites are cursed. But the point I want to touch on is that what? The Lord, he's going to put his sword, he's going to bathe the sword in Idumea, in heaven. And he's likening heaven unto Idumea. Why? Because Esau runs the earth right now. He's in his heaven right now. This is his kingdom, right? He's able to go out freely, kind of shoot up the damn so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American and get away with it, right? He's able to commit a crime and spend one day in jail for it. We commit a crime, we spend our whole life, right? We commit that same crime, and we spend our whole life in jail, or we get murdered in the street. So these laws, literally, there's laws that prohibit so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from doing certain stuff. It's called constitutional racism. So Esau, he's in his kingdom right now. He's in his heaven. This man, he's waxing rich, right? He's oppressing the poor. He's oppressing the widow and the fatherless, right? He has the Israelites. He had the Israelites in physical bondage and captivity. Still has them oppressed. Still has the Israelites working for him, right? So this is Esau's kingdom in his heaven right now. And so the Lord, he's going to bring them down, right? Let's get this in the book of Second Ezra real quick. That's why it says there's a war in heaven. There's a war against Yahushua, Slakia, the good, right? The Most High through who? Michael, his angels, Yahushua, and against the serpent and the dragon, devil, right? These Edomites. That's why it says, what it says in the book of Isaiah. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world. So at the end of the world, Esau is going to be in rulership. And he is. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Meaning that what after this, his rule, now it's time for us. Because when you go to the book of Revelation, chapter 22, now it's time for us to rule. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Meaning that what? All these other nations and Esau's kingdom, his heaven was passed away. Now there's a new earth, a new order, right? Under Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH. That's what that's going into, man. And you can't read the scriptures with a Christian mindset. You're gonna get bugged out, you know. Now you're gonna think that all nations can make it. Now you're thinking that Esau, maybe he's not actually Esau. Maybe he's Japhet, right? Or now you're thinking that, oh man, maybe Yahawah was a so-called white man, right? Okay, well, you get the point, right? Fine, you got it.
Right. I got a few precepts, right? This is Psalms chapter 9, and I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna start at verse 16, right? I'm gonna start at verse 19, right? 15, Slaki, 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, man. Right? So that he just went into that what's going into, man. Man. Spiritually the most high with his own hands, he's gonna destroy the wicked, man. If you got ears to hear. Right? Verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell. 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell in all the nations that forgot the most high. Right? I'm gonna jump to chapter 10 and verse. I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna just read verse 9. Well, 5 to see what 4 to see what it's talking about. Right? The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the most high. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are also grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. So this is pretty obvious what it's going into, man. Esau, man. Right? They don't even imagine themselves being destroyed by the Most High, man. Or a damn crazy ass death, man. They can't imagine it, man. Right? And for his enemies, he puffeth at them. They just look at him and just desire to damn kill him, man. You know? Right, verse 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be an adversary. Right? And what we're going into, Most High is going to move the wicked, man. He's going to shake the heavens, man. If you got ears to hear, he's going to move these wicked ass people, these Edomites. He's going to move them. Right? 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he commit murder. Do he murder the innocent? His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in a den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He crouches and humble himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, the Most High has forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it, man. So this is Esau, man. This is how Esau thinks. This is how his brain operates, man. The Most High is not in his thoughts. He thinks the Most High can't see him, man. You know? Right, verse 12. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble, wherefore doeth the wicked condemn the Most High. He has said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou behold mischief and spit to require it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art a helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Right? I'm gonna jump to verse 10. To judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress, man. Now, who's that man of the earth? Esau, man. You know, Esau, right? Come. I got more precepts, but I don't want to hold it up too much.
God. Yeah, see that? And Psalms 10, right? When it says Psalms 10 and 9, he lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in the wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. So that's obviously this is going into the wicked, man. And who is the wicked? Right? The wicked is the so-called white man. Now the live stream about to just kind of shut off because I said that.
Yeah.
But because like I mean Lord willing doesn't, right? But when I made the video, so like yeah. Okay, let me go to this real quick. Right, when I made the video, who exposing Esau in the scriptures, literally Satan had the live stream mess up. Right, when let me just pull this up. Damn, general, right, Edomite. So all throughout the lands, right, wherever the Esau goes, he names the lands after him. So right. So I mean, all right, but it's good. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Right, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Right now, we already know who's running the earth right now. Who's in rulership? That's going into who? The so-called white man. Right. You literally have USA, the leading nation in the world, right? But they're slowly going to. I mean, they're really going to. U.S. is going to go down, man. All right, according to prophecy, U.S. is going down, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. By the way of the Most High, you
know. Right, precept. Right, this Hebrews chapter 11 and verse. I'm gonna read verse 16. Right. This is a precept for the brother was talking about, right? But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for the city. Right. So I believe you said something about a better country, right?
You said what?
I believe you said something that we desire a better country or something like that, right? Like because I was holding it before, so I don't know.
Oh, Con, you can bring that out there.
Con, right? But he said for the wicked. Right, this Job chapter. Hey, Job goes in on the wicked in the old book. Right, but it's Job. Job 18:5. Right.
Yeah.
Of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine, man. So now, what's the light of the wicked, man? Who shows the wickedness, man? Esau, man. It's gonna be put out, right? I'm gonna jump to verse 8. Right? For he is cast into a net by his own feet. Right? Exactly what I read in Psalms, man. He's making this harder for himself, man. Right. And also in Psalm chapter 83, it said you should, well, I believe that's Psalms 83, where it goes into you shouldn't, that's Obadiah chapter 1. Right. It goes into, I'm gonna just get it. Right. Thou shouldn't has oppressed us when we was in our captivity or something like that. I'm gonna get it. Obadiah chapter 1, I believe is verse. You get your precept though. I'm gonna get this real fast. Well, no, I didn't even read precept. I wanted in Job. Right. Right. Job, I'm gonna read Job 19 and verse 25. Right. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth, man. So Yahawah, he's gonna stand at the latter day, man. He's gonna destroy this place in one day, as is written. Right, verse 26. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not in other, though my reins be consumed within me. Right, but ye should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me? Right, be ye afraid of the sword, For wrath brings the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment, man. So hey, he coming with a sword, man. He's gonna judge this earth with a damn sword, so you gonna know that there's gonna be judged, man. You're gonna be judged, man. That's what it's going into. A sword is gonna be brought to judge, right? But come,
Um, right. Revelation 19, in 11, right? When you read on down from there, that's going into what? Yahweh Shah coming back with his damn army, man, right? And he's coming back to kill, right? To murder, to do a lot of destruction and a lot of saving, you know. Like it says in a lot of precepts. But let me just bring out, some closing precepts then, right? We'll bring out our closing precept. Close that. All right, but this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 14, right? It says, I'm gonna start at verse 12. Wherefore Yahweh shall also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate. Let us go forth therefore unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach. For we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Right? BAHASHAM, meaning for what? Khan, right here, man. This is not our rest, man. You saw what happened at the U.S. Capitol, right? And people talking about, oh, I feel so embarrassed. You got a damn Eve talking about, oh, I feel so embarrassed that happened. Man, all praise to the Most High that happened, man. Right? All praises. And here we have no continuing city. This is not our rest, Israel. Why we can't trust in this man's society, But we seek one to come. And what is our city fourth to come? Talking about New Jerusalem, man. Our kingdom, our heaven, right? BAHASHAM Mashiach Yahushua. You got it.
I'm gonna give one more precept for the wicked, then I'm gonna give my closing one. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 12. Right? But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Man. So hey, they're gonna have the most regrets on the world, man. Literally, they gonna think about everything they did to us, man. Well, I should have never did it, man. I should have never put them in slavery, man. I should have never damn whipped they back so much, man. That's how they gonna be thinking, man. All right, here's my closing precept. Right, let me get Acts chapter 20, verse 28. Right, this is the book of Acts chapter 20, verse 28. Right, take heed therefore unto yourselves to all the flock, over the which the Holy Ghost has made you overseers to feed the church of the Most High, which he purchased with his own blood, man. Say this Holy Ghost right here, this spirit that the Most High sent down, he literally gave it to us so we could feed the church, man. So we could tell y'all what's going on in this thing, man. You got to be watching. You got to be knowing what's going on. You got to be seeing what's going on in DC, man. Everybody should see that, man. We in the last days for real, man. You got to get ready for this thing. You got to be rooted, right? Verse 29. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock, man. So, hey, if y'all seen that video where damn Esau was chasing Jacob up the damn stairs, man. Hey, they didn't give a damn about him, man. They didn't care about that man. They're not sparing the flock. They're grievous wolves, man. Right? Verse 30. Also, your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them, man. So, hey, in these times, they're going to, Esau is going to try this, man. They're going to try to persuade your damn family, man. Like verse 31. Therefore, watch and remember that by the space of 3 years, I cease not to warn everyone night and day with tears, man. So we supposed to be weeping after our people, man. We supposed to be weeping, telling y'all what the hell's finna happen to us, man. What is these damn Edomites finna do to us? So I'm gonna get one more precept, the spirit. All right, let me take chapter 3 real fast. These are the Lamentations, chapter 3, and I'm gonna read throughout the year. I'm gonna read verse. So like, it was 2:10, right? The elders of the daughters of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silence. They have cast up upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground. Mine eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and the sucklings, man. So hey, this is a sad time for our people, man. If you're not rooted in the Most High, man, you know. So that's why I said we got to be overseers of the flock. You know, we got to help our neighbor and love thy neighbor as thyself. There is no other greater commandment. You know, come.
Right. That's right. All praises to the Most High. You know. So with that, we'd like to give all honor, glory, praise unto Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWAHI. That's all praises, honor, and glorification unto the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh. This is your brother Yasharala.
Brother Tazaiyar Gabar.
Khan. Lord willing, this is edifying. You know, Lord willing, you know, you were able to learn something through the Spirit, right? Or maybe if you didn't learn something, this was just some exhortation. You know what I'm saying? So that, I of course giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, BAHASHAM, Yahweh again. Shalom. Kwam Yashala.
Shalom.